Just for the sake of argument, let's say you get your second referendum, just for the sake of argument, and let's say that the vote comes in pretty much as it did last time. Perhaps a slightly smaller majority in favour of leave, but it's still a majority in favour of leave. Would you accept that?
I think it would be decisive. I think it would be
decisive.
Would
you accept that? Yes or no?
Yes, I would. I think it would be decisive.
Why didn't you accept the first one, then?
We need to find a way. I'll tell you why, actually, because you said it was a binary vote. And the problem is whether you leave or remain was put to the British people, but what wasn't put to them is how do you leave? Now, Theresa May sought to put, actually, Andrew's kind of hard Brexit, WTO terms, no-deal type situation, potentially, to the British people at the 2017 general election.
Poor British people for trusting its political establishment
But, Richard, the point is, the voters rejected that form of Brexit. And what Parliament has been trying to do...
You don't know what the voters...
Well, there was no... Richard, there was not a majority for that form of Brexit. If there was, then Theresa May wouldn't have had any of the problems she's had over the last 2 years.
There's only 160 MPs that campaigned to leave, and there's 484 who campaigned for Remain. And as many times as people like Chuka say they respect the result, when it comes to voting for Brexit, they don't. And that's the problem.
Chuka,
We've got a Parliament that's completely out of touch with the sentiment of the people.
Hang on, at the 2017...
80% of my constituency voted to Remain, so I've respected my constituents.
Yeah. You respect your constituents.
But two-thirds of constituents voted to leave.
2017, they thought they were voting in a Labour MP. They didn't think they were voting in a Change UK MP. So if you respect your constituents, why don't you hold a by-election in your Streatham constituency and see if actually that those people who voted for you want you still there?
The number one issue in my constituency during that general election was Brexit. We scored the highest Remain vote in the country, and one of the reasons I got a vote which was more than 15% higher than my neighbour in Vauxhall was because I was absolutely clear that I would fight a hard Tory Brexit, which was different from the Labour manifesto, which was to facilitate Brexit. So I've respected that mandate.
That's a very sophisticated answer based on demographics, but the fundamental point, it remains, isn't it? You were voted in as a representative of a party, you left that party, you should stand again.
Under our constitution, you first and foremost are elected as an individual. One of the interesting things, by the way, about this European election campaign is that you don't have individuals standing on the ballot paper, you have parties. And that is one of the things that is going to be very interesting on the 23rd of May. Change UK, absolutely clear. We want a people's vote to refer this back to the people. If we get it, we'll campaign to Remain. Whereas you've got other parties, for example, the Labour Party, that is sat on the fence on that issue and will not take on the politics of Nigel Farage. So we're absolutely clear about our position.
Do you wish, because when I hear the term Change UK, I'm not sure what that stands for. The Brexit Party, it's so clear, you know, like Ron Seal, does what it says on the tin. Do you wish you'd call yourself Remain UK?
No, because I think one of the things that many of your viewers are frustrated by is all this Brexit chat. In the end, we've got huge issues in my own constituency.
You're a one-issue party, aren't you?
No, we are not. And that is one of the reasons we haven't called ourselves the Remain Party. There are a huge number of issues. In my constituency, serious youth violence, for example, the challenges our health service has. And what so many people watching this programme want us to do is to actually concentrate on those that they see as the big issues. They actually don't see Brexit as solving any of those issues. They see it as one big distraction.
Just one last thing, sorry, Andrew Bridgen.
I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people who thinks we should be calling for a second referendum. I think that would just look like the referendum was fought under rules we agreed to, a result was delivered because we don't like it, we now want to replay it again, which will simply entrench a view that we're some elite who don't want to pay any attention to the people. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel.